What is going on, Axie fam? Elijah here, back with another video, and I know it has been a minute since I've been on here. For anyone who's wondering, I've been working super hard on my music, like non-stop. I've released a bunch of songs and music videos over the last couple months. If you want to check that out, just simply search Elijah Flowers anywhere and I will show up in a music related way. Spotify, I am there so you can hear all my new stuff, and I would really appreciate any support for people who want to show support. So that's what I've been up to. It's been a great time for me to do that in the bear market, but oh my goodness, some things are happening right now, and I'm trying to gauge here what's really going on and if this is legit or not in terms of the price action. I believe it's legit for Ron anytime it goes up because, you know, I'm bullish. Same thing with Bitcoin. I'm bullish, right? But is this going to stay trending that way? No one really knows the answer to that, but I'm not gonna lie, things are definitely looking really good for our ecosystem. In case you've been living under a rock, Sky Mavis is shipping like there's no freaking tomorrow, okay? Every day I wake up and something new has happened. Zoid's Wild Arena. This is an OG Japanese manga that has turned into a trading card game. I have yet to really jump deep into it, but it's just so sick to see another legitimate project out here in the Mavis marketplace. But let's jump right into what's really shaking up the world. And look, I mean, are we just single-handedly leading the next bull run? Possibly. I mean, maybe, right? Because this was really the only buzz that could go around over the past week or two, was that Pixels went from 5,000 daily active users, I believe, to over 70,000 users. And we can see exactly how that's gone here in November. Nothing else in the space is doing anything close to this, is as exciting as this, and I think everyone is slowly starting to feel it, that gaming is resurging, and who else would be leading the way than the Ronin network? So there's some buzz happening around Pixels Genesis pets. There's only 200 of them. Everyone can go and have a chance at winning them in the Carnival within the game, where you play these mini games and collect tickets. You've probably seen or noticed that floating around on social media or in other YouTube videos. And on that note, this isn't going to be like how to jump in and start from the beginning in Pixels. I think that there's some other content creators who have crushed that. Kaggy's done a great job on his channel. You can see that he has a couple of recent videos directly on Pixels, how to get started. And along with him, there's a phenomenal content creator named Player_W3. I just watched this entire video, how to level up fast as a beginner in Pixels. Player W3 in his videos walks you through so many things that you need to know on the base level and the advanced level so that you can go and begin your Pixels journey profitably and efficiently. So if you want more detailed content on Pixels, go there. I might do some in the future, but I'm more so covering the landscape and telling you guys kind of in a broad way, you know, what I've been doing within the game. I like to have fun. I like to feel free and abundant. So I went out and bought about 600,000 berry, which is their in-game currency. It's a soft currency. Now you can earn berry within the game and you can do it for free. This is a free-to-play game where you can go and travel onto other players' land, as I'm going to show you right here. I'm going to do it right now. So I can hop over to this land where they might have more infrastructure than I do. For instance, they have 4 mines. I'm drilling in 2 of them. I'm going to be able to gather resources from there. I'm going to get ironite, and then I can take that back to my land and do certain things with it, or anyone's land and do things with it to produce more resources and goods and materials, or I can sell it, right? It's a super intricate game where you have many different pathways and game loops to explore, and all are going to offer different degrees of profitability. There's really no cap on where you can take this and what you can do with it. And what's exciting is that this is still just the very beginning. So I'm going to hop back over to my main plot. If you're starting out from scratch and you're brand new, my best advice is to focus heavily on farming and cooking. Farming will consist of this activity where you're planting, watering, and harvesting crops. You're going to begin with something called pot berries. You just want to do this over and over. You want to plant pot berries, you want to sell them, you want to be able to buy more seeds, you want to be farming pot berries, leveling up your farming skills so that you can move on to harvesting more advanced crops, which can sell for more and earn you more experience, and so on and so forth. And now, look, I've been playing so much I ran out of energy, but that's okay because I have potberry loaves. I'm about to feed on these right here. Nom 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 nom. And we're gonna be back up to 100 energy. So I want to keep this party going. Now I'm gonna harvest some more pot berries. I like to be stacked up on these. And you know, I've shortcutted the game a bit just so I can have some more experience and make content. You won't necessarily be able to get all these infrastructures that I have right away unless you make an investment into it. I don't know if that was smart or not. I just was like, hey, I'm ready to get going faster. So I did it. But again, doesn't matter, because if you don't have the funds for it, just visit my land here, 4045. Come by anytime. I'm going to be building it out. I'm going to get some nice graphics in here, some nice decorations, and you can farm all day on this land, right? You can do that anywhere that you want. Now we can go over to Terra Villa, and the thing that's cool about this game is I made a tweet. At first it feels like there's nothing to do, but then you slowly realize that there is so much for you to do, and you kind of just keep going. You can chill in the background with a movie on and play this game, level up your skills. You can listen to music and play and chill out. Now I'm going to drink this wine that I just made because it'll give me a ton of energy. I'm back to 352. It also gives me a lot of experience. Some of the other coolest components in this game is the social aspect. So all these little people that you see are actual, you know, players. We've got 10 different worlds, aka 10 different servers happening right now because the player overload was so big. And I love that. People do parties for birthdays where you can get some energy gains. You can visit your friend's land and so on and so forth. But what I really love about this game is that all of the progress that you make, whether it's leveling up your skills or collecting carnival tickets that you can cash in for prizes, everything you do, it feels significant and lasting. And that's because you own every single thing that you get, and that's just a credit to blockchain technology, which is what we're all about. It's actually hard to imagine spending, you know, so much time playing a game as we all did growing up and not really getting much out of it, whatever satisfaction comes from leveling up your character. But it's, to me, way cooler when I can freely trade and I don't have to do it in some kind of shady way. I can do it just straight in the game. I feel like I am progressing in a much more meaningful way, and it's super cool to see that in a game like this. We've got Jiho down here. They put him into the game to do some side quests, and you can earn a fishing net, which I did today. So that's, I think, another thing that's going to be brought into the game. They haven't really mentioned how that will be implemented, but you can see that the Pixels team is working around the clock to keep up with the demand, to keep building out their game. Apparently there's a whole different phase to Pixels that is going to be bigger than just the farming components. But like I said before, anybody can come into the carnival. They can start playing games. As you can see here, this is a little mini game, kind of like whack-a-mole. So we can see it here. I just won 17 carnival tickets. Here they show up in my inventory. There's another game called Left Right, which you can just play indefinitely, and you earn, I think, 5 tickets every time that you get it right. And then you just come up here to this center shop. This is called the pet trailer, and as I mentioned before, I can slap on the desk here, see kind of what she has. There's only 128 pet coupons left, and I can start cashing in my tickets. And if I win one of these on this video, I will kind of freak out because I've been trying for a couple days now, and I might just end up buying a pet depending on what happens with the price action. So we don't have a pet coupon winner there, but I did want to touch on the carnival a little bit, and hopefully that provided some insight. If you're still not jumping into the game at this point, you now know hopefully a bit more than you did before this video. And that's basically the overview for Pixels. Now their Discord is extremely active. You can come here and chat with people, ask questions. I've done that a bunch and gotten very quick responses when I was curious about something. Remember that you can own your own farmland. There's 5,000 plots as well. So if you want to take this more seriously or make the investment, you can. Landowners are going to be dropped a Pixel token in the future when that comes out, which will be more of their hard currency rather than Berry, which is a soft currency. So that's also something to keep in mind. But you love to see these waves of interaction happening, right? It feels a bit like the old days, and I just think that's going to continue over time. Now, whether or not we stay here or we come back down, that's yet to be seen. It could very well just be a little bit of a pump fake, and then we go down again and trade sideways. So I wouldn't get too attached to anything that's happening, but it is exciting when it does because it's just been so damn bearish. And if we don't, it really doesn't change my stance at all. I am hyper bullish on the Ronin network, as you all know. I mean, at this point, the list of games, there's really no other chains that have this level of like legitimacy within the user base within the IPs that are involved. And remember, we've got a gorgeous, fun, easy to learn game in the machines arena. We've got Genkai doing stuff. They're working on things behind the scenes. Pixels, Pets, Zoid's Wild Arena, and then there's Wild Forest, which comes out in 7 hours, the beta for this. And it's gonna be like a PvP real-time strategy game. But the company behind this has quite a lot of history with mobile gaming and have had some successful launches, 6 successful strategy titles in the past. Mushroom Wars 2 was a huge hit, so they know what they're doing. I'm excited to see what the gameplay is like here as well, but there's just no slowing down. It's like a freight train with the team over at Sky Mavis and Ronin Network. This is why we're all here, why we're involved and have stuck around this whole time. It's the faith that we have in them coming through, delivering with the titles, with the development, the releases within their core IP. Axie Infinity have been nonstop, and just I'm so hyped for the future. It feels like we're potentially turning a page here. And I wanted to get back and connect with you guys. I'm going to try to put out some more content. I also am going to focus on Axie as well. I have so much music that I've released and also a ton that I've made and I'm waiting to release. So I have some more free time. Hopefully you guys are out there exploring this new game, having fun with it, earning some berry. And on that note, I'm going to wrap this video up. It's good to be back, connect with you guys. Love you all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.